This segment is sponsored by Rebath. Are you thinking about a bathroom makeover but want to make sure your money is well spent with results that are on trend? The team at Rebath is ready to make that happen, and Donald Lynch is here to explain exactly how. Hi, good to see you.
Hey, Catherine, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Glad to have you here. For folks who are not familiar with Rebath and what you do, it's bathrooms, period.
Bathrooms, the name says it all. I mean, you know, a lot of companies in the industry claim to be the bathroom specialists, you know, whether they be doing windows in the morning, roofs in the afternoon, bathrooms in the evening. But with ourselves, it's strictly what we do, the turnkey approach. You know, everything is in-house, and we do everything in our power to make that bathroom makeover remodel as pain-free on the homeowner as possible.
I know you also do everything you can to make sure that it is on trend, that this is going to stand the test of time. Talk a little bit about what are the trends right now?
Absolutely, and as you said, you know, you see, you know, there are certain design elements that stay pretty constant in the bathroom space. There might be other ones, you know, like I look at fixtures now, for example, like polished nickel fixtures are very popular right now, but again, that's kind of a newer trend. You know, without any sort of foresight as to how long that will last, yeah, or how long it'll be popular for. You see other things like the matte black fixtures now have kind of declined this year in terms of, you know, popularity a little bit. You'd have your chromes and your brushed nickels and so on that tend to stay super popular. But another thing as well that's coming in terms of the overall color scheme and trend of a bathroom is things are starting to navigate more towards kind of a little bit of a warmer tone. You know, it's starting to get away now from those high contrasts of the whites to the blacks and the whites to the grays. Mm-hmm. People are starting to bring in, you know, with vanities now, for example, more of the natural wood tones, introducing a little bit of warmth that way. Whether it be in the shower space is not like a stark white, but even a little bit of a marbling or a veining, just to kind of draw a little bit of warmth into it. So those are things that we're really seeing this year massively. Nice.
You mentioned the design team or yourself helping the customers figure out what it is they need, asking all the questions. What kinds of questions do you want them to be asking?
Yeah, I mean, that is a great question, pun intended. You know, one of the things I suppose that I want people to consider or ask about again is the longevity of their choices. I think very often I'm accused of coming along with my kind of proverbial pin and popping the balloon that is their thoughts and ideas. But again, if I do see someone navigating towards something that I think won't stand the test of time, then I'll push them towards an option that I think might do a little bit more so, you know. The other thing then as well, and again I talk about longevity, is I often urge people to consider, and it can be a difficult conversation to have, to remind people that we're all aging. But you know, I almost want people to consider, okay, what can I do to this bathroom now that will suit me well 10 years down the line, 15, please God, 20 years down the line, you know. So whether it be even just slight accessibility features, whether it be just introducing a lower threshold or even a solitary grab bar, just to assist in that aspect. Yeah. That's another thing. And then budget being a big one as well. You know, I want people to be comfortable in having that budget conversation, because, you know, if we all go to buy a car, we know what the listed price of the car is ahead of time. With bathrooms, it's not so simple. If we know a kind of a budget area that you know, people are wanting to stay within, then we can curate our process, and I can make recommendations accordingly that, you know, that mean it's not out of this world in terms of their expectations.
I want to quickly show some before and after shots of a bathroom they recently done. This was the before shots show a tired bathroom. It just needed a pick-me-up. And then when we go to the after shots, a clean white slate in that bathroom. Talk a little bit about what was done there.
Yeah, and again, you know, us being on the topic of kind of on-trend items, right? You see one that's been trending a lot this year. I've certainly been asked a lot more, you know, in the beginning half of this year than previous years, is you know, the heated flooring. Yes. That was one aspect of it. It was certainly a challenging one. We were in the third level of a home, so establishing the electrical aspect for that and so on was a little bit easier said than done. But something that we're capable of, again, with the fact that this is all we do, we have answers to the questions that a lot of the other companies don't. But you know, staying on the topic of the flooring, then just with that lighter wood tone that again has just a little bit of a warm undertone coming through it, helped brighten the room up. And then, as you said, in kind of the white slate then in the shower space, again referring to some of the things that I talked about with the lower threshold. Yeah. the little bit of marbling in the walls and so on as well, just help kind of bring it all
Right
together
on
very
trend.
nicely. Absolutely.
All right. Schedule an in-home design consultation. Call the number on your screen, 616-259-0423, or go to rebath.com. You may also visit their showroom at 3114 Broadmoor Avenue Southeast in Grand Rapids. Thank you, Donald.
Thanks, Catherine.